it going, bros? I'm back with another video, and this video is another contest entry. This contest entry is for LemiaCrescent, 70k. Shoot, I can't remember the number. I think it's 70k. I have to go back and check. 70k contest, and might I say that is a huge milestone, and I congratulate you for that. But this is a contest where she's celebrating her 70k, and all her information for YouTube will be down in the description below, because I don't have time to talk about it, because I'm going to be talking a lot in this about the piece itself. So, yay for last minute entries. I planned this off, procrastinated a little bit, and then did it kind of like 2 weeks ago, but I digress. So we're just gonna get right into it and go to the info. So the theme for her contest was emotions, and it was a really broad topic, and I did not know what to do. So like for any piece I do, for any contest piece, I try to lie down and I try to observe the norm. And that's what I do for all my pieces. I try to observe the norm so I can stay away from it, because I like to be unique and I like to be original, and that's how I do that. So I tried to observe what everybody else was doing, and I saw lots of gloomy, dark emotions like sadness and fear, which is, you know, pretty common, because I know a lot of artists can relate to that, and it's just something we tend to do because there's a lot of symbolism, a lot of things you can do with that. And I also try to write down elements that would be more predictable and cliche in an emotional piece. So I did just that, and I was completely drawing a blank, because I was writing down all the norms and the main elements to make an emotional piece, and then I was there and I was like, wow, I really don't know what to do. So the more I thought about it, the more it like came to me that a lot of people that do pieces like these, not just these people that are joining the contest, but like people that just in general show emotion in the picture. Like they illustrate the emotion using symbols and, you know, common themes for us to connect to them easily. And I was like, okay, well, instead of me trying to convey the emotion, why doesn't the viewer instead? So instead of showing the emotion in this picture, I'm gonna let the viewer show it. And because I think that's, you know, I think that's what art should be. It should be interaction between the artist piece and the viewer. It's not usually the artist's point of view reflected on the viewer. It's usually the viewer's point of view reflected on the artist. So I'm going to explain the piece to you as simple as I can, because I put a lot of psychological aspects into this. Okay, so as you can see from the colors and stuff like that, I decided to pick the emotion of disgust, because I feel like that's a very easy emotion to display physically. Like when you see something gross or smell something gross or something like that, you can't help but crinkle your nose or make faces, you know. I added all those elements that would make you feel disgust. Things like the color, the style, all mushy and brown and like thrown together, and the most common, trash. I decided to incorporate trash into this project. Let me explain. So a lot of what I do is untraditional media. A lot of you know that. I've done it with glass, mud, blah, blah, bloop. So I decided to use a little bit of untraditional media with mine. I know a lot of this is like, you know, it's supposed to be painting. I did paint, trust me, I did a lot of the painting, but just a little sliver, like 1/3 of the, or 1/4 of the piece. I want it to be a little bit unique. So I decided to incorporate trash. Now, let's do an experiment. I'm gonna see if this works. So, looking at what's happening, what if I told you that all of this trash was not my trash? This trash was trash I picked up on the street, just random trash on the sidewalk, by the side of the road, all of it, every single little piece is public trash. Somebody put their fingers on it, somebody put their, you know, mouth on it. And I bet a lot of you right now just made some kind of weird disgusted face or just made like a weird disgusted sound. I bet a lot of you just did that right now. And that's what I originally wanted you to do. I wanted you to see this piece and like, wow, that's kind of disgusting. So the more I worked on this, and by the way, I used gloves, but I was so sick of the gloves, I was like, screw it, and I just ditched the gloves. As you can see in a little, sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. I am more than happy to touch this piece. I'm not sure about anybody else, but maybe I'm just weird like that, I don't know. But that's what I really originally wanted. And then the more I worked on this, the more I wanted how do I say this? That I just wanted to show more, just show more emotion. So now let's dwell into the piece itself. So like, once you see it from the outside, you're like, wow, that's trash, that's disgusting, I'm not touching it. So let's just like, you know, usually you see the outside and then you get into the inside, like what is the character feeling, why is she there, what emotions is she trying to display, what's her story, you know, all of that stuff. But so I'm asking you right now, I'm asking you the question, what do you think the character herself is feeling, or what emotion do you think she's displaying? Just think about that for a little bit. And also, since you can't see a lot of facial features, which I did that on purpose, you can only depend on like body movement and the colors and stuff like that. So maybe, I don't know, some say she would be sad or gloomy or insecure or maybe even joyous. I don't know. It's all about how you see it. It's your personal emotions and stuff like that. But I think an emotion we all might have is empathy. We all see this girl, this beautiful girl, in a really trashy, disgusting, like really unsanitary situation and condition, and we just can't help but to feel bad. Empathy is something we all can carry, especially when in times of like sadness and stuff. So yeah, so the point is, you're probably like, oh my god, this is so confusing, what is she talking about, what's the point? The point is, I wanted this piece to be a central emotion outlet. What do I mean by that? So, how I see it, there are certain situations in certain particular times where if you took a group of people and put them in a situation, whether it's happy, sad, blah, 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 there's always going to be a central emotion. It can be any emotion you want, but it's always a central emotion where everybody is feeling it. But that's judging from the outside, but what's on the inside is different, all types of different emotions. There's one person that's sad, there's one person that's angry, there's one person that's kind of happy about the situation, there's one person that's kind of like, I don't know, I have no feeling about this, I don't really care. You know, there's all types of different emotions. So think of like emotions in a situation where there's the central emotion is like an umbrella, is what you see on the outside, but once you get deeper into the inside, all emotions are scattered. That's my point. That's the conclusion. So for this one, the central emotion is disgust and empathy, judging from what's on the outside, mostly, because that's a lot of what you probably reacted to. But once we see what's on the inside, it's all scattered, because a lot of people have different interpretations of the piece. Some people have different life stories that they can connect to in the inside. So because what I wanted to do with this piece is, instead of representing one emotion in one drawing, I wanted you guys to experience and interpret the emotion. Just like try to explain it yourself instead of me explaining it to you. So, that's a long explanation. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if this is confusing. I just wanted this to be very psychological because I'm a psycho freak. I'm a psychological nerd that loves everything psychological. So, I'm sorry this is confusing, but I'm glad if you got some like really cool aspect on this. Everything. So let's talk about more about the piece, I guess. Not about like the whatever it was, the emotions, but let's talk about how I made it. I used illustration board. Hold on, let me see what my time is here. Hello. So I used some watercolors and illustration board, except for, you know, the little trash bits. Everything I used with watercolor, every single thing, except for like little sticker things that I put on for like to fill up the background. And my description for why I should win these paintbrushes is down below, because I honestly don't have time to explain it right now, because I was, you know, explaining all that the other day. So I've honestly been a painter for a long time. I'm a watercolor junkie, and I think, you know, watercolors are I think it was a great thing to use for this piece, because it was easy to get that splotchy, very, how do you say, splotchy, very mushy style for this. So I hope you like this episode. Hello, we're a TV show now. Hi. I hope you like this video. Good luck to all of you out there who also are joining the contest. I saw some great, amazing pieces. You guys are so talented. And I want to know what you guys thought of this piece. Did you match my description? Did you feel anything in particular? You know, all that stuff. Oh yeah, sketchbook video soon. I'm really trying, guys. And that will be uploaded soon. Again, I hope you have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever in the world you may live, and I'll see you next time in the next video of whatever I make. I love you guys. Bye.